Welcome to Small Business Sunday School Moments. I am Spiritual Multiplicity-preneur Minister, Majesty AliNICOLE WOW, and I pray that you've had a blessed week. Today, I will be sharing about remembering the benefits of God in your business, and this is so important. This is inspired by Psalms 103, verse 2, and I'm going to be sharing from the New American Standard Version. And it's, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget none of his benefits." I'm going to read that again. "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget none of his benefits." It's vital. So as we know, being in business can be a blessing and at the same time have its challenges. And it's in those times when doubt and stress or even frustration start to creep in, or even you feel as if you don't have the faith to carry on. That's when you need to reflect on the benefits of the Lord and how he's helped you before. And most importantly, remember why you were called into business. I think so many of us forget about that, especially when things get challenging and shifts are being made, or we're being called upon to make shifts. Things get challenging, and sometimes we forget why we're actually called and why we really need to consistently seek the Lord and be reminded that he's brought you through several times, and whatever you're going through, he's going to bring you through it. And even in those stages when things are leveling up, he's going to make sure that you are provided for in those areas. But you have to be the one to call upon the Lord, and don't forget his benefits. That's why in Psalms 103:2 it says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget," because the Lord knows we have a tendency to forget things. So forget not his benefits, meaning you have to be responsible to be intentional and accountable to be present, to be in the word, and to remind yourself of the benefits and also the times where you know the Lord has brought you through, and know that he can do it again, consistently. So, the mission for being in business has and will always be more than just about you. And we have to keep that at the forefront. So you really have to be diligent and determined to stay the course, even when things aren't flowing the way that you would like them to. And of course, in the entrepreneurial world, in small business, it's not a linear process. It's never a straight line. It certainly is a roller coaster for sure, ups and downs. So you really do need the Lord consistently. But yes, when things aren't flowing a certain way, we really have to stay focused and forget not the benefits, and keep understanding that the bigger plan that unfolds at every phase is always attached to serving others at the highest level, and really giving you the opportunity to grow and evolve in the process. And so, like I was saying earlier, is that you really do have to be intentional about this, and you have to stay the course. You have to remind yourself there are benefits. And with the song that says, "What a friend we have in Jesus, and what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. Why? All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer." And sometimes it's not just about carrying everything to God in prayer. It's that we forget about the benefits, or you haven't done enough study in the word to know the multiple benefits there are. Sometimes you're just relying on, okay, I benefited from this, I know the Lord in this way, but there are always newer levels. In my house, there are many mansions, different levels of experiencing God. So if you don't get to know that level of benefits, you are doing yourself a disservice, for sure. And so we need to understand this. This is why I teach a lot about spiritual alignment. And when people start to fall out, business owners, they start to fall out of spiritual alignment in the business. This is when they start giving too much attention to problems and lose focus on the benefits that God provides on a regular basis. And we learn in Psalms 68, verse 19, where it talks about daily he loaded us up with benefits. So we don't need to forget those benefits, going back to Psalms 103 too. We don't need to forget the benefits, but we also need to understand or be reminded that we are being loaded with benefits daily, but we have to be the one to receive that, to be connected and to understand that. So again, when focusing on problems and not solutions, you're going to forfeit the blessings and the benefits of really being able to be in service to others and really doing the work of the Lord, on this level. And I want you to always keep in mind that your business is God's business first. Okay, your business is God's business first. One of the greatest benefits of this experience, I should say, is that you get to be a co-creator with God, in partnership with God, collaborating. All right, you're partners in all of your endeavors. Don't forget that, because often when we get frustrated and we start thinking, or start trying, I should say, to handle things that are God's departments instead of mastering the areas that we are assigned to, all right? That's where frustration comes in, because you're operating out of alignment. You're trying to pull off something in the business that only God can do, So when you're in partnership with the Lord in this way, there's your role and then there's God's role. Those can be multifunctionals for sure, but make sure that you stay in your lane, right? Stay in your lane and let God do his part. And so we have to learn, yes, how to get ourselves in check, how to stay in our own lane, as I mentioned, pray for wisdom, and remember how God has always provided. You would think that we would not forget, but keep in mind, the children of Israel, even though they saw fire by night, lightning by day, manna come from the sky, fall from the sky, and yet still they were inconsistent with their faith and belief factor in God. Even walking through a parted Red Sea and seeing miracles, they too continuously would forget. And those of us who have not seen it on that scale, it's easier for us to forget, and that's not even been in our face, so to speak, but we have had miraculous things to take place or have seen God's provision. So God always provides. So we need to, be reminded. Psalm 77 verse 11 reminds us that the deeds and wonders of the Lord, and that we need to remember those deeds. We need to keep recounting. And the reason for that is because this will refocus us and certainly realign our true intention and mission for being in business with and for God. Let me say that again. Okay, being in business with and for God. We have to be mindful about that, because sometimes we will make it about ourselves, and it's not about us. It's not about us, but it's about the greater plan that God is trying to unfold, all right, through us. And it's a privilege to be able to be that vessel of expression and use it in the business world for sure. So, be sure to focus on the benefits of God, and also the benefits and results that I would say that your offerings and service provide for others. So it's important to really take time to learn, I would say, more about the benefits of God as it relates to your life and business. It goes back to what I was saying before, is that if you're only operating kind of on a one-dimensional experience, and you are not expanded in my house, there are many mansions. If you aren't aware of the many benefits, then you can't partake in them. You can't have that type of experience. So ask God about his right now benefits for your business in the present moment. That's important for sure. So that's our small business Sunday school moment for today. And this upcoming week, make sure that you are spiritually aligned in your small business agenda. Again, I cannot emphasize that enough. It's important, especially as you're moving to the next level. And of course, don't forget the daily benefits of God, is what we've been talking about today. It's more important than you think. And so I hope that you enjoy your Sunday. Take care and stay blessed.